Hello! I'm back! I'm so sorry about that. I have started working on my unnamed mod for Pokemon, and so far over the past 2 weeks, the one thing I've learned is that it's a lot of spreadsheets. A surprisingly large amount of spreadsheets, honestly. I have been spending most of the past 2 weeks using Pori maps to change Pokemon encounters. And I was unaware that you would need to go into the coding to add in more numbers of encounters and change the percentages that they appear. But I'm working around that. And yes, it is just surprisingly tough to really plan out every route and put every Pokemon on there. Even though it's not quite 151 because of legendaries and evolutions, it's still hard to determine where certain things should appear. Obviously, you don't want to fill up certain routes or leave certain routes empty, but you just can't think of exactly what fills in that spot. But after 2 weeks of work, I think I've managed to put things in a very nice way. Well, I don't have everything set up. There's quite a few Pokemon that I want to make more purchasable rather than catchable. Or at least purchasing is significantly easier, but, it costs resources. So in terms of only purchased, you have most of the fossils, Porygon, and the starters. The starters being in Celadon for a Pokemon store, which will sell the starters, Growlithe, and Eevee, because those are really pet Pokemon. It makes sense that someone would want to buy those pets at a pet store, as opposed to the Game Corner, which will have more stronger competitive Pokemon. There you would get a Smoochum, a Lekid, Magby, Tyrogue. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a fifth thing in there yet. Brain is not completely set. Dratini and Dragonite I'm putting on the way to Victory Road, with Dratini being a very rare fishing chance on Route 22. Going to prelude that with the fisherman saying that he doesn't fish on Route 22 because sometimes he catches worms, which are disgusting. But obviously, the player knows better. The other thing that I've done is that I have removed, well, I have not done it yet, but I plan to only have one fishing rod in the game and just balance the levels across the game map. Seems like a fairly good idea to me. And I'm also going to be removing encountering wild Pokemon while surfing, other than in Cerulean Cave and the Seafoam Islands. I just really prefer the idea that if you're encountering wild Pokemon, that you have more control over actually encountering them, such as by choosing to fish, choosing to enter grass. You could make the argument that you're choosing to surf, but there's so many areas that you can only access by surfing long distances. Specifically, Cinnabar Island, the Seafoam Islands, the electric plant. I'm hoping that I'm making sense here. Yes. I believe that the next thing I'm going to be doing now is learning how to edit Pokemon types so that I can start putting in my type changes. And hopefully, the next video will be me saying, I've successfully learned how to type. Or, more realistically, it's going to be, typing is very hard and I've only gotten one thing done. Well, whatever it is, I'm looking forward to communicating with you. Although I might not make a video next week, I'm getting a small bit of nose surgery, and I might be in not a good way to record. Bye.